was excited. I've been working hard all year, and I was kind of waiting for an opportunity to go out there. I kind of assumed that what the circumstances are, I might have an option to go, the ability to go out there and play this weekend. So, I'm excited for it.
Where do you feel like your game has progressed most kind of over the course of the season, and specifically in the period where you the number two, just kind of getting that live work against the defense?
Yeah, I just feel like I've learned so much throughout this year, and I really can't talk about one thing. I've really learned so much just from watching the games and seeing how Taylor goes about his business and seeing how Carson goes about his business. Just from those two, and those two guys have been so great to me this whole entire year. And even today at practice, they were awesome to me. And so I'm just so blessed to be in a room with those guys, and they've really, helped me come a long way in my development.
Trying to put myself in your shoes, because this is your dream. Like, you've been dreaming about this moment probably your whole life of starting a game in the NFL. Just take me through those emotions of how this is going to be a dream come true.
Yeah, it really is. I've worked, like you said, I've worked my whole life to get to where I am right now. And, when Coach told me the news this morning, I was super excited. And I'm just going to go out there and try to give it my all. I'm not going to try to worry about, all the other things. I'm just going to go out there and try to give my teammates everything I got and go try to win a game.
Practice reps versus regular season reps, obviously completely different. What do you think is going to be your biggest challenge on Sunday?
Yeah, I think just trying to get up to game speed. I think game speed always is a little different. And, I haven't played a game since the preseason, but I've been staying locked in mentally through the games and trying to play the game from the sideline each and every game. It can be hard at times, but I feel like I've done a good job of that all year long, so I feel like I'll be all right.
You mentioned being in a good QB room. In what way specifically have Taylor and Carson helped you grow throughout the year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they've given me some pointers here and there, and they're always when we're doing drills at practice, if they see something, they're always telling me something, and just standing back and just watching and seeing how they are coming off the field and the conversations they're having on the sideline. There's just so many things, and I really couldn't say enough nice things about those guys, and it's just so awesome to be with two veteran guys that have both been through a lot in their careers and are both still willing to help me.
What would you say about your game now that might be different from a year ago when you were at the college ranks, now that you've seen so much and been able to learn all this?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I've come a long way mentally, and I think I understand a lot more about defense, and especially in our offense. I think I've come a long way mentally, and I understand what we're really trying to do on offense, and I think I'll go out there and be all right. I have a lot of really good players around me, some good weapons, O-line's playing well, and we have a good running game as well, so I feel good about the opportunity to go out there and do well.
You have any plans to have extra family or friends in attendance?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see today. I really haven't told anybody anything because I really didn't know, what the deal would be until this morning, probably when you guys found out. So I'm sure my phone was probably blowing up, people wanting to come to the game. So try to figure that out tonight so I don't have to deal with it for the rest of the week.
What do you think would mark a successful first start? What kind of parameters are you putting in place for yourself?
Yeah, to win. Obviously the situation is what it is. We're kind of out of the whole playoff race, but I don't take any games for granted. This game is the most important game of my life, and it should be the most important game of everybody on the team's life. It's our next game, and that's the mentality I have, and the mentality I'm trying to get across to my teammates as well. We're playing to win. No matter if we can't go to the playoffs, it's a game in the NFL. It's what we all work for. Coaches too. They all dreamed of coaching the NFL, so we're gonna go out there and give it our all.
What's your rapport like with Terry and Curtis, some of those receivers that you might not have had as many reps with over the year?
Yeah, today really in practice was my first time getting the opportunity to throw to those guys, and they're all three of them are really good players. I got to throw to Jahan some when we first got here as rookies, but Terry and Curtis really not that much. So it was fun to get out there with those guys and throw those guys a couple balls today, and we'll be working hard all week to make sure we have our time right and everything.
What was your first impression? What stood out to you about those guys?
Yeah, Terry's fast, man. He can fly around the field. We really weren't full speed at practice today, so I didn't get a true feel for it. But I've been watching the guy all year. I've been watching him since I got here, so he's just been so much fun to watch. And Curtis, he's a special player. There's not many people in this league that can do what Curtis does. So I just got to try to do the best I can to get Curtis the ball in space and just let him do what he does.
As you're learning how new receivers, just their timing, the rhythm, whatever, what kind of goes into that process from your perspective as a quarterback? What are things that you're thinking about as you're throwing to them?
I think the main thing is just trying to be on the same page as those guys. So having a lot of dialogue with them and communicating with them, let them know what I'm thinking, what they're thinking, and especially in when we're playing some zone type coverages, let them know what kind of windows they're thinking about sitting in, and just different stuff like that. And those guys are awesome. They're all really good guys and easy to communicate with. And we had a good day out there at practice today, and we'll try to continue that for the rest of the week and go and have a good day on Sunday.
Generally, what do you hope to prove in your one game here before the season ends?
Yeah, I mean, I really try not to worry about what I have to prove to people. At the end of the day, I want to prove to my teammates that I can do this job, and I just want to prove to them that I'm capable of playing in the NFL. And really, more than anything, I just want to prove it to myself. I know how hard I've worked my whole entire life to get this opportunity. So I just want to go out there and make the most of it.
Sam, what did you learn about yourself when you were running the scout team?
Yeah, I mean, I think especially at practice when I wasn't doing much, I think I learned how much I really love football. And me not playing, I learned how much I really miss being out there. And it really just kind of made me appreciate the game more than I probably was at the time. I had so much fun running the scout team and helping the guys out. But I think just this whole experience this year of not playing and doing some scout team stuff, it really made me appreciate football a lot more than I did.
When did you think that you were more ready for this kind of an opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, I think, probably towards like halfway through the year, I thought, my development has come a long way, and I started to feel really comfortable in the offense and mentally, and so I feel really good about where I am right now.
Ben, last couple. Sam, some of the other quarterbacks in your rookie class have started games this year. How much were you paying attention to them, both just to see how they were doing and also just maybe see how your peers were managing those first starts?
Yeah, I'm always, kind of watching. I'm a huge football fan, so I'm always kind of tuned in to what's going on around the league. And there's been a lot of rookies that have gotten to play this year. I think a lot of them have done a really good job. And I know a lot of those guys, so it's kind of fun to, see them go out there and just do their thing. I think the main thing you see from a lot of them, they're just going out there and just playing their game. That's what I'm going to go try to do on Sunday.
Ron said that one of the reasons he trusted you to start was he talked to your teammates and they said they had faith in you. I was just wondering what that means to you and kind of how your relationship with them has grown over the course of the year.
Yeah, I mean that means the world to me. Relationships, especially in this business, mean so much to me, and that's something I really try to do a good job of, getting to know my teammates and building a real relationship with them. So the fact that they said they believed in me really means the world to me, and I'm gonna go out there and try to make them proud.
All right, thanks, Sam.
Thanks, guys.